After months of speculation, President Trump making an official announcement about the future of his White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, that he'll be leaving at the end of the year.
Fox News contributor and former acting ICE director Tom Homan worked under John Kelly when he led the Department of Homeland Security. He joins us now to react. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. First, we have a little bit of a shakeup, as we mentioned already, in the White House with the president mentioning that John Kelly. What do you think about that?
Well, first, John Kelly, he's an American hero, true patriot. I mean, I retired in January of 2017. I was in the office. I was leaving the office that day forever. It was the day of my retirement ceremony, and at the end of the ceremony, John Kelly's the one that called me and said that he and the president wanted me to stay and run the agency, which is a 3-step promotion. If I would have got that call from anybody else, I think I would have retired. But how do you say no to a man that sacrificed so much for his country, spent 40-plus years in the Marine Corps, came back from retirement to step up to the secretary's job? I mean, he's given so much for his country. He's an American patriot. I respect him so much. And it's my greatest honor to serve for him, serve under him. So it's a huge loss for the administration, I think.
Tom, looking at his legacy, I agree with you. Patriot, American hero, committed to this president and the agenda. What comes next? Have you heard anything about, and what's your sense of what should come next?
Well, it's going to be tough getting somebody to fill those shoes. I mean, you're talking about John Kelly. I mean, I hope whoever fills those shoes can keep the fight up that he fought. The guy has stood by this president. He stood by Department of Homeland Security. He stood by law enforcement. He stood by the secretary under the attack she's taken. So it's going to be tough to fill those shoes. But we got a good president. I think the president has a lot of talent he can choose from. But there's never going to be another John Kelly, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with you, Tom. But what do you think about the potential of Nick Ayers coming in? What do you think that he could potentially bring to the table?
Look, I think whoever comes to the table, whether it's Nick Ayers or somebody else, they need to stand behind this president. They need to support his agenda, especially when it comes to national security, border security, defending this nation. So whoever it is needs to step up the plate and be shoulder to shoulder with this president from day one.
Okay, in talking about the agenda, it goes on, whether it's dealing with Congress on the wall funding and other big issues, or state by state. We saw in New Jersey this week the Attorney General announcing he's no longer going to cooperate with ICE after the agency decided to go after child abusers, gang members, wanted criminals in New Jersey, not far from where we're sitting right now. What do you think about this? I mean, we've heard about sanctuary cities, sanctuary states. Now you get the state attorney general say, cut it out, don't go after criminals.
Yeah, the state attorney general, the chief law enforcement officer for the state of New Jersey. It's ridiculous. If I was a taxpayer in New Jersey, I'd be insulted. I mean, you're talking about, they keep some of the sanctuary cities. They're protecting the immigrant community. And the truth is, when you can't arrest a bad guy in a county jail, the safety and security and privacy of county jail, ICE officers have to put it on the line, go knock on a door, put themselves at great risk. But the opposite side of this, which people don't understand, is when you have to go to the community to arrest this bad guy, you're going to find others that weren't even on your radar. So it actually results in sanctuary cities, an arrest of more illegal aliens, and it puts the illegal alien community at a greater risk of crime because those criminals are going to go back and victimize the very communities in which they live in. So it doesn't make sense. Sanctuary cities is a big lie by the liberals.
Sure. I mean, I have to think that this is falling in line with newly elected Governor Murphy's agenda. He wanted to be a sanctuary state. So, I mean, this isn't a surprise. But so let's move on to Oregon. Oregon's governor budgets $4 million to sue the Trump and defend illegal immigrants with it.
Is that a real line item? $4 million to sue?
If I'm an Oregon taxpayer and you're going to enter into a civil lawsuit, you're going to sue somebody, is Oregon going to pay for your attorney? Because a deportation hearing is a civil hearing. So they're taking millions of dollars where they could buy fire trucks, they could hire school teachers, they could hire police officers, and they're going to defend somebody that's in the country illegally, committed a crime by entering this country illegally, committed yet another crime against a citizen of Oregon, and they're going to pay for their attorney. It's just, it doesn't surprise me anymore. I'm just, whether it's Oregon, California, New York, Philadelphia, it just continues. And it's anti-Trump agenda, and they're putting their own political bias ahead of public safety and national security. That's a bottom line.
It gives you an idea what the president is facing, not just with the new Congress, but state by state. There are some states out there trying to frustrate his agenda. Tom Homan, appreciate you coming in.